boys and girls. Today we are going to be working on arithmetic lesson 135, and today we're going to be learning some geometric shapes. Before we do that, let's review our concept cards. The answer is 4, 8, 16, 8, 3, 4, 2, 5,280, 36, 3, 12, parallel lines, perpendicular lines, intersecting lines, angle, ray, line, line segment, and point. Let's review some geometric shapes. The circle. The circle has closed curve with no point of intersection. The parallelogram has parallel opposite sides. A square. A square is rectangle with 4 equal sides. A rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. A rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides. A triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. And a trapezoid it has only 2 parallel sides. Let's continue. A quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. A pentagon is a polygon with 5 sides. An hexagon is a polygon with 6 sides. A heptagon is a polygon with 7 sides. And an octagon is a polygon with 8 sides. All these definitions that we just went over, all the shapes, are in your worksheet on lesson 135. You could review them, read them as often as you can, just to make sure that you memorize them. Make sure that you could recognize them. Let's go and we're gonna move forward to the class practice, and we're gonna work on a few of these exercises together. So the first one says, mark under the shapes that are simple closed figures. So we learned that the simple closed figure does not have a point of intersection. That's the meaning of it. It does not have a point of intersection. So by looking at the shapes that you're given on number 1, which ones do you think are closed figures? Okay, so we have the first one, which is the triangle. That would be 1. We have the third one, the third shape. That should be marked as well. We have the fourth one, which is the circle. And we have the last one, which is the hexagon. All those 4, you should have bubbled them in, okay? That's for number 1. For number 2, it says, write similar or congruent in the blanks. So similar figures, let's review this again. Similar figures have the same shape, but are not the same size. Okay, that's what similar figures are. And congruent figures means that they have the same size and the same shape. So let's compare. On letter A, we see 2 squares, and they look about the same size. So that one would be a congruent because they're both squares and they both have the same size. On letter B, if we look at letter B, those 2 are going to be similar because they do have the same shape but not the same size. So because they do not have the same size, they're gonna be similar. Let's look on letter C. Those, I see the size and the shape exactly the same. So because they have the same size and the same shape, they're gonna be congruent. So letter C should be congruent. Letter D. I see that they have the same shape, but do they have the same size? No, they don't. So those would be similar, okay? They're similar because they do not have the same size, okay? Let's see. Number 3 says, write the number of sides each polygon has. So letter A, it says pentagon. So if we look back at our definitions, how many sides does a pentagon has? That's correct, it has 5. So letter A should be 5. Letter B, quadrilateral. Quadrilateral has how many sides? 4. Very good. Letter C, heptagon. How many sides does a heptagon has? It has 7. That's correct. Letter D, triangle. How many sides does a triangle have? If we look back at our definitions, it has 3. Letter E, octagon. How many sides does a octagon has? That's correct, it has 8. And the last one, letter F, trapezoid, has how many sides? It has 4, okay? Let's look at number 5. It says, name each geometric figure. For letter A, we have a triangle. Letter B, we have a rhombus. Letter C, we have a rectangle. Letter D, we have a parallelogram. Letter E, we have a trapezoid. And letter F, we have a square. This rest of this lesson is for you boys and girls to finish it at home. Make sure that you also complete your homework. And in tomorrow's lesson, I'm gonna go over the homework answers, but make sure that you do it today, okay? You have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.